For many players, preparing for a Pokemon regional can be an incredibly daunting task. Here are some tips and tricks to make the process as simple as possible. First, you need a solid plan for each day. You absolutely must figure out where you're staying, what you need for each day, and most importantly, where and what you will be eating and drinking during the tournament. A lot of players underestimate how little time there actually is for eating and drinking during tournaments, between actually playing during the rounds, finding pairings and your table, and how little time is allotted for actual breaks during the tournament. Having a plan beforehand is a must, or you will go hungry and become dehydrated and you won't perform as well as you like. On top of that, some players don't think about how much charge your Switch actually loses throughout the day. It's imperative that you bring a portable charger for your Switch to be able to charge it between rounds efficiently. You don't want to be one of those people scrounging for chargers and wall ports to plug them into. It is incredibly important to know where all your stuff is at all times. Remember, there are over 1,000 people where you are, and it's not hard to lose your things. Secondly, utilize and get very comfortable with Arcanine GG. This is where you'll need to input all of your personal information, including Pop ID, Pokemon Trader Club account, and your team for the new Open Team Sheet format. Being comfortable with this website makes things so much easier throughout the day, whether it's finding pairings, seeing your opponent and their team, or resolving any issues you have with your team and your personal information. It's important to make sure you get these things right, as any pressure from your opponents or judges about incorrect info can be daunting and ruin the experience. Now that you are all prepared and set up for the tournament, plan on getting to the regional early. Check-in opens the day before the regional starts, and this extra day also allows you to wander the premises, letting you become comfortable with the environment with less people around, and get an idea of where you need to be during the tournament, and most importantly, finding where the bathrooms are. When you have so little time between rounds, it's important to know exactly where to go so there's less of a chance that there's lines to worry about, and the more time for you to relax. Showing up Friday afternoon is probably best, as that gives the most buffer of getting checked in and being able to check stuff out. The tournament begins at about 9:30 a.m. You can check your pairing on the Arcanine GG website, but there will also be paper versions of the pairing if you like. You can find the paper pairing by looking for a massive crowd of people gathering around at about 9:30 a.m. If you ever need help, Pokemon judges are walking around in white lab coats. And remember, if a judge ever approaches you and tells you you need to do something, they are the ultimate authority and you must listen to what they say. We would like to imagine judges don't make mistakes, but they're human too. If you think they made a mistake, just go ahead and listen to them anyway, and the matter will resolve itself in time. For each round, especially the first, please wait for the tournament organizer to call for play to begin, and when you do begin, remember the tournament will be a best of 3 format, and the result of the match will always be what the game results screen says once the clock expires or the last Pokemon is KO'd. If there's a complete draw, you can refer to the Pokemon Play official rules or ask a judge on how to continue. You may also use headphones during a match, but they also have to be plugged into your Switch. You cannot use any other electronic devices during a match. However, if you have a medical concern, you can just talk to a judge. After your match, a judge will come and give you a match slip for you to fill out, and they are very straightforward. Both players will sign the slip, and the winner will circle winner on the slip and take it to the judge's table to hand it in. If you lose too many matches to top cut, or just decide to drop, that's okay, but do not just leave the tournament. There's something called a drop slip that you can fill out at the judge's table, and that makes everyone's lives much easier. During day 1, you can expect to play about 8 to 10 rounds of Swiss, which will take until about 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. depending on delays during the tournament. This tip is for those who made top cut. If you made the cut, do not leave the tournament hall until a judge tells you that you can. It's incredibly important to keep your team the way it is listed on your team sheet, and it is likely they will check your team again if they haven't already. Do not cancel participation in the tournament on your game either. The judges will tell you exactly what to do the next day, which is important because you will likely be on stream if they have it during top cut. The most important tip of all, though, is to relax. Don't take things too seriously and have fun. We are all gathering to enjoy our favorite game, so don't ruin it for yourself or others by being too high strung.